It's Mac with 9B4 and the family, and today we're right outside of Cape Town in Camps Bay. And listen, I knew South Africa was beautiful, but guys, look at this. Let me show you some more Camps Bay and Cape Town. Stick with us. This one should be fun. Cape Town is a jewel of the Southern Hemisphere. This was mine and Blair's first trip to Cape Town, and we were blown away by the natural beauty, the perfect melding of sand, beach, city, mountains, and clouds. Cape Town is singularly one of the most beautiful cities I have ever visited.
Happy Women's Day. Let's spoil one. How are you?
When it's raining, this is what we do.
Okay, on canvas?
Yeah, it's painted in canvas and acrylic, whereby they don't break. When you get one, you roll it. This is how you travel like for the luggage size. See? See? And
oh,
doesn't break. Yeah. That's the wolf. This is the lion. That's Africa. This one, elephant. These are dancers. Elephant for sunset. That's the abstract. It's a lion again. This African lady carrying a pumpkin with a baby. This is the scenery for fishing with some bamboo tree. That's the elephant. These are abstract warriors, but this done with a knife, pilot knife. The same like this one. Elephant. Abstract.
But the ribbon was so nice.
Abstract.
Sean,
That's the elephant family.
Now Jed's stopping.
This one is the baobab tree. This is the Maasai going for marketing of pots. And the Maasai, they are not from here. They are from Kenya and Tanzania. Yeah. This one with the baobab tree, the life tree. Elephant. And this is Cape Town. So this is Cape Town with the Table Mountain. So again, elephant with a baby. Maasai. This is the scenery. This one is rhinoceros.
Rhino, yeah.
This one is a Table Mountain. I hope you have been there. A lion. That's a funky giraffe. Lion. Giraffe with South African flag. Abstract. Elephant abstract. These are the few big ones. Lion again. That's a giraffe. That's the family, and that's the end of my show.
That's the end of your show. It's beautiful.
Upon arriving in Cape Town, Blair and I headed immediately to Camps Bay because we wanted to see the beach, we wanted to see the water, and we were blown away by two things. One, how beautiful the beaches were, and also how cold the water was. It was also wonderful to see families out on the beach, young children running around and having a good time. I loved seeing that because it made me feel good that they were having such a wonderful time.
Cape Town is a beautiful coastal city, but it's also a little chilly. We left our jackets in the car because when we got out it was about 1 p.m. and we thought, oh, we won't need our jackets, it's not cold. And that's about 3 p.m, it's gotten cloudy and the temperature feels like it's dropped about 10 degrees. Of course, last week we were running around in Namibia in the desert, so that was much warmer than this. It is definitely cool here, and yet still people are out in the water and they're swimming. unlike a pool in Namibia when we saw a blend of tribal and modern side by side, this is a beautiful modern city. For example, we're on our way to Starbucks. So we only arrived in Cape Town a couple hours ago, maybe about 3 hours ago. We got here too early to check in our hotel, so we came down to the waterfront, which was a beautiful, great decision. We had some great lunch. Walked on the beach for a little while. The water's too cold to get in, at least for us. Get some Starbucks, and now we're gonna head back to the hotel, and let's show you what the room looks like once we get there. M-A-Q, that's M-A-Q, that's a new way to spell my name. I kinda like it. I think I might start using that, M-A-Q, Mac. So we're only gonna be in Cape Town for like 3 days, and then we had to go collect our kids at some point. So we're gonna be in Cape Town for 3 days, and then we're heading out. For 3 days, we're gonna see as much as we can of Cape Town and this whole region, the peninsula in South Africa. So we were just looking at Remax and a couple other places that homes listed for sale. And the beauty of Cape Town does not come cheap. Even when you convert this back to USD, a lot of these most beautiful homes sitting on these beautiful cliffs and hillsides are expensive.
After spending time on the beach, Blair and I decided to drive back to our hotel. We took a little detour and drove up the hillside. These roads drive straight up. The vertical incline starts to get pretty steep, and the homes get nicer and nicer the higher up you go. But at the top, it is so steep it would be uncomfortable for me to live there, let alone drive there every day.
Staying at a place called Protea Hotel. It's a Marriott. So the cool thing is I have a lot of Marriott points. I've been with them for years. We're paying for this whole place with Marriott points, and we were upgraded, which was cool. So let me show you the room we were upgraded to. Okay, so just here's the door coming into the room. Nice little armoire here. It's not a very large room, but it is pretty cool because there's some great views. Here's the bed, which is nice. We have the television, but if you look, 2 sides of the room are open. We'll come back to that in just a second. There's a couch, there's a Blair, and here's the bathroom. Small. We didn't get a bathtub in this one, but it does have a nice shower. Overhead, just a nice room. But again, this room, I believe, the upgrade, well, it's all about the views. You can see out across the city in that direction. We're on the ground floor, but I like that. I think that's Table Mountain right there in the distance. And then you can kind of see around that direction.
So as Mac mentioned, we paid for this hotel with our Marriott reward points, and we also received a card from the guest relations officer and a couple of welcome drinks.
There's a little pamphlet here about this hotel, which actually used to be a penal colony and then was rented out by the graduate school, College of Business. So now this hotel, Protea, sits on the campus of the College of Business. But as I'm looking at some of these windows, they all have bars on them because this was, in like the 1800s, a penal colony and a prison. I'm inside of one of the buildings now, and now that I know the history, as you look around, it kind of has that cell block look to it. It's now a College of Business, but I can see that like it was once a prison.
Here it says Block C and Block B, which are callbacks to when it was a former penal colony.
Model of what the entire penal colony would have looked like. We just found a really cool historical picture of Cape Town on a really clear day before the houses start to run up the hills. We're starting our first full day in Cape Town, and it's raining. It's fine. I mean, this is the first rain we've been in. I think it's going to be raining the whole time we're here in Cape Town. That's fine. We accept that we can't control the conditions, but we're still going to go out and have some experiences. So we won't be maybe frolicking on the beach, but we'll see what else we could get into.
As much as I enjoyed Cape Town, the city, I could not resist the Cape Peninsula to drive down these long, beautiful highways along the coastal mountains. It was such a beautiful and expansive landscape that I just enjoyed being a part of it as much as I could. The mountains of the Cape Peninsula are rough and jagged, but the beauty of them just draw you in. It is a magnificent landscape that is overpowering in its size, scale, and scope.
Okay, so it's still a rainy day, but it's still a beautiful day. We're driving down the M4 down to the Cape of Good Hope, and it is a beautiful ride. So if you ever want to head down, make sure you take the path that's coastal down the M4. We keep passing these signs, and I just wanted to show it to you real quick. It's about baboons. Is that her, dude? The views from up here are absolutely stunning. I mean, you have this beautiful like mountain head that juts out over the ocean there. Just beautiful.
One of the most exciting parts about the Cape Peninsula is how the mountains touch the clouds, earth and sky coming together as the mountaintops disappear into the clouds and then slowly reappear as the clouds shift. I was excited to see that Cape Town had a vibrant and robust surfing community. Driving along the Cape Peninsula along the coastal roads is not for the faint of heart, but it is an exhilarating driving experience.
Spending time far away was never what I meant to do for us. Even though you're okay, I wish that I could give you all of me for you to save. When it gets dark, I'll take the blame for what we are.
Another really great thing about staying at the Protea Marriott is that it's a 2-minute walk to the V&A Waterfront. And that's just a great district. Let's go and show you a little bit of that right now. Okay, so we're at the V&A Waterfront. We're at the V&A food market right now at the food hall, and we're waiting to pick up our food. We've ordered some Tunisian. This should be really great. There's so much to see down here. We just don't have the time to see everything. So if we had more time, we'd spend more time here, but we spend a lot of time down on the Cape Peninsula, so we can't spend as much time here as we like. But we're gonna get some food, we're gonna spend a little more time shopping and walking around. We'll show you as much as we can, and then we actually have to head out. This is our last day in Cape Town. But South Africa, guys, come on. South Africa is phenomenal. Cape Town is beautiful. The weather in Cape Town is unpredictable. A few minutes ago, it was sunshine. We were in a floral shop, and now we're at Bo-Kaap, but it's raining. But who cares? We're gonna come out here. We're still gonna walk around and just kind of experience this beautiful historic neighborhood.
Bo-Kaap is a historic district in Cape Town with beautiful pastel painted buildings. There's a lot of history in Bo-Kaap. There's also a museum there that talks about that history. In 2019, Bo-Kaap was added to the National Heritage Sites for South Africa. There are numerous tour guides giving guided tours of Bo-Kaap. That's a great way to visit the area and to learn more about its history. Blair and I were drawn to Bo-Kaap to visit one specific store, and that is the Atlas Trading Company, which is a phenomenal store selling spices and herbs and all the wonderful mixes, some which you can only get in South Africa. If you visit the Atlas Trading Company, make sure you leave room in your bags to take home some spices. The smells inside the store are truly phenomenal. The store smells of cinnamon and clove and all the wonderful melding of herbs and spices.
So Bo-Kaap is absolutely beautiful. It is a historic neighborhood. It clearly has a lot of unique culture and a lot of history. Of course, the history of the neighborhood goes back into the apartheid era, but it's just such a wonderful location to come down and visit when you're in Cape Town.
If you're ever in the Southern Hemisphere, make your way to Cape Town. You will not be disappointed. The city is beautiful, the people are engaging, and I really enjoyed the nature and city all melding together so perfectly.